going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all can hear me. Please drop a one in the chat for me. Please drop a one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly so we can get right into the show. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me out there? Okay. I see some ones. I see some ones. I see some ones. I see somebody can hear me. I see you guys can hear me. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And of course, we back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross. Of course, man, I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building right now. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Happy Mother's Day to everyone, to all the ladies. Happy Mother's Day to y'all once again. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all day. But we're going to get into it today, y'all. We're going to get into it. Of course, we back with the Spiritual Tax series. This is episode 8. We're going to get into it. But before we get into it, I'm going to make sure I shout everyone out. And then we're going to get into it. Also, I got some quick announcements, and then we're going to get into it. All right? So shout out to all my lovely lady mods that's in the building. There's any lovely lady mods in the building, shout out to y'all. And welcome back to all the new supporters. Of course, y'all are tuned into Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course. All right, so let's see who's here. Shout out to Miss Angie. We got one top lovely lady mod in the building today. Hey, Miss Angie. Great to see you. First one in the building. Salute to you, Miss Angie. Shout out to Miss Deborah Temple in the building. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Oh, yeah, we're going to get into it today. Yes, ma'am. Shout out to you. Great to see you. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Hey, Sin. How you doing? Another one of my lovely lady mods in the building today. We got 2 lovely lady mods in the building already. Good to see you, Sin. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my OG, Elisino in the building. Salute, champion. Salute, great to see you. Shout out to the OG in the building. Shout out to my comrade, my brother, Po Boy Films in the building. Salute. Great to see you, my brother. Shout out to you. Let's see who else is in the building. We got some trolls in the building early. Miss Deborah says, I've been waiting on you. Shout out to you, Miss Deborah. We back. What's up, bro? Salute to you, man. Salute. Great to see you in the building. Salute. Let's see who else is in the building before we get into it. Shout out to my man Club in the building. What up, Club? Salute, my brother. Salute. Shout out to Miss Zaire in the building. Salute, Zaire. Great to see you. On a pull up. Shout out to Cuzzo in the building. What up, Cuzzo? Shout out to Junior Mafia on the pull up. Salute. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to my man Larry Vaughn in the building. Peace, my brother. Salute to you. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everyone coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in, though. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. All right. If you're here through the vertical feed, shout out to y'all. Double tap y'all screens. Y'all see the show. We're going to talk about this today. And the reason why we have to talk about this is because shout out to Sak Basse in the building. Salute. The reason why I want to have this conversation today, right, is because I'm tired of the gender war. And what I mean by the gender war is I'm tired of the conversations about men versus women. Okay? We not going to add race to it because all races are having these types of conversations. Y'all can go to different sectors and different areas of social media, and you'll find that the gender war content is the content that is being spreaded the most. A lot of the conversations that are being had now came out of the gender war. A lot of these online groups that people belong to, a lot of these groups were created because of the gender war. Groups such as SYSBM, the Passport Bros, which is an offshoot of SYSBM, the Manosphere, the Red Pill, the Black Pill. All of these concepts that you hear, Dom game, all of these concepts that you hear on the internet today came from and was birthed out of the gender war. Don't let these dudes tell you a lie. A lot of these guys who belong to these groups, a lot of females that belong to these groups, it came out of the gender war. The divestment group, you know, the quote unquote black women, the divestors, that came from the gender war. See, the divestment group is the female version of Save Yourself Black Man. See, the divestment group is nothing but the female side of the Passport Bros. See, the divestors are the women who go and find other men from other groups, from other ethnicities, from other races. What's the difference between the divestment group and the Passport Bros? What's the difference? There's none. And all of this came out of the gender war. The gender war. See, we're going to get into it today. I'm going to give y'all some history first. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal in the building. We got two top lovely lady mods in here this afternoon. Great to see you, Miss L'Oreal. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. What up, Bucket? Shout out to my man Bucket in the building. What's good, Bucket? Shout out to my man Third Ward. What's good, Third? Club says, don't forget about MGTOW. Decenterman, make his pockets hurt and pump and dump. Pump and dump came from the gender war. MGTOW. Absolutely, Club. We can't forget about this stuff. We cannot forget about this stuff. Because, see, a lot of the content that we have today and a lot of these offshoots all came from one centralized conversation. It came from one conversation. And from that conversation, you had other conversations born from that one conversation. See, now you have people who are here who are just sticking to one area of that conversation. You see? But the new people who are here and who are staying stuck to that one area of the conversation, they don't understand that their area that they're focusing on is a part of a bigger conversation. And a lot of people don't know that they're having the same conversation or the same arguments or the same back and forths that was already had 10, 15 years ago. This is why this is called spiritual tax. This is episode 8, the spiritual tax series. You see? Because a lot of y'all just don't know that a lot of these conversations were had already. That's just like the new generations that's growing up in the neighborhood doing the same stuff that we already done. It's not nothing new to us because we did it already. We had our time. It's nothing new. It's something new to y'all. It looks new to y'all. This is why I have to have this conversation and put this into this series. Because after 10 to 15 years of having this conversation, why is this conversation still being had? Because it's something, right? It's something that people think people want to hear, but what a lot of you content creators don't understand, who continue to pump out gender war content, what a lot of y'all are not paying attention to is y'all are not paying attention to how taxing spiritually this stuff is. Y'all are not paying attention to this stuff. This stuff is spiritually taxing us. Y'all don't understand that people have lost their lives listening to this content. People have lost their families listening to this type of content. People have taken their own lives while listening to this stuff. And I'm not capping. These are facts. You see? There are men who took their lives in the manosphere while listening to gender war content every goddamn day. There's men who took their lives in the manosphere listening every day to gender war content. Every day. There's women. See, let me tell y'all something. The women are not going to get on here and tell you that they lonely. But the gender war content has created a lot more lonely women. See, they get up here and try to hide it with I don't need a nigga and these niggas is this and these niggas is that. See, that's nothing but a sign of misery. When they get to doing all that, that's a sign of misery. I don't need a nigga because niggas is this and niggas is that. You're miserable. And watching gender war content, love and hip hop, watching gender war content, baddies, watching gender war content, Real Housewives, watching gender war content, reality TV, has created more lonely women. They're lonely. They're lonely. That's why they're so angry. That's why a lot of these women are so angry on the internet. That's why they're so angry. Because when they turn it off, they're by themselves. They're lonely. And fellas, to my fellas that's listening, this is not the time to make jokes about women because I'm not being funny. I'm dead ass serious. This is the spiritual tax series. We not cracking no jokes. This stuff. And do you know what comes after misery? Bitterness. The spiritual tax series. Bitterness. That's a spirit. The spirit of bitterness. This is what's coming out of this gender war. Bitterness. Misery. People who are usually miserable feels rejected, which leads to bitterness. This is why some of these people, you can't have a conversation with them. They bitter. They're bitter. That's a spirit. Bitterness. That's what this stuff is creating. Y'all done had, let me not say y'all, we, because I don't want to feel like I'm talking about women. We done had what? About 20 to 25 years of reality television and we still can't get our relationships together. So what is the purpose of reality television? What has this stuff promoted to us? Let's look at all the storylines. It all promotes the gender war. Clarissa and Papoose, gender war. Remy versus Papoose, gender war. Cardi B versus Stephon Diggs, gender war. This is all gender war. Men versus women, women versus men. This is what they've been promoting to us for the past 25 years. They've been pushing this to us. And you wondering why your relationship don't work. Maybe because your brain is indoctrinated with what you've been watching for the past 25 years. See, we're going to have a conversation today. We're going to have a conversation. And see, we're going to always have the immature people that's going to make excuses for watching this stuff, right? But these people who make excuses for watching this stuff, they're not in a good relationship. You see? See, because if you're looking at this stuff from an objective point of view, from a person who's actually grown and mature about certain things in life, if you actually sit back and be honest with yourself, you'll realize that that's not some shit you should be watching. That is not something you should be watching. As a man or woman, that is something you should not be watching. Because what it does is it feeds you a false reality. This is why it's called reality TV. They're promoting a reality to you through the television. They're telling you how to judge your man. They're telling you how to judge your woman. They're telling you and teaching you how to be in a relationship. Do y'all understand this? Because according to y'all, you don't want to learn from your grandparents how to be in a relationship. Because according to us, right? According to us, I'm gonna stop saying y'all. According to us, our grandmothers was miserable. According to us, our grandfathers ain't want to be with our grandmothers, according to us. So we've outsourced, right, the lessons on relationships. We went to television to learn how to be in a relationship. When you talk about your grandmother and your grandfather, do you mention black love? But you mention black love with Papoose and Remy. You mention black love with Papoose and Remy Ma. But you'll get on the internet and talk about how your grandmama hated your grandfather. But then get on the same internet and talk about how your grandmother didn't love your grandfather. But you believe in black love because Remy and Pap. You see what I'm talking about? I hope y'all paying attention. I hope y'all paying attention. You see that? You can equate black love to what you see on the television. But you can't equate the black love to what you saw in your real life. When have you ever experienced black love? Huh? But you'll get on here and argue about these celebrities. But you never saw black love in your real life. But you'll get up here and go through all emotions to promote a narrative that's not even real to you. This is why, right? This is why the content is dying, because people are dying, because people are dying of misery. People dying of misery, man. Y'all not gonna get up here and talk about how, y'all not gonna get up here and talk about all the stuff K. Michelle going through. And all the spiritual debt she's in because of all the things she did to be accepted. That girl probably, and listen, fellas, and this is no joke, that woman probably can't even use the bathroom correctly. She did all this to be accepted. K. Michelle did all of this to be accepted. This woman stays in the hospital so she could walk around and tell a dude what he need to be to get with her, while she walking around with a whole fake body. And now look at how that has come back to haunt her. She laying in a hospital bed. Every time you turn around, this woman in the hospital. But y'all not gonna do no content about that. Y'all not gonna talk about the real behind living a fake life. Y'all not gonna talk about that. This is why y'all are tuned into the Spiritual Tax series, because we're gonna talk about it over here. Because that's what's going on in real time. That's what's going on in the industry for real. People are getting taxed for playing with the devil. And we're seeing it in real time. We already saw it with Diddy. We already saw it with Russell Simmons. Bambaataa just died. Notice how that went right past y'all. How Bambaataa died. That went right past y'all. Bambaataa. Yeah. See, we could talk about Diddy, but they never wanted us to talk about Bam, because he's the real Black Epstein. See? Who you think put all this shit on the map? See? Y'all are not paying attention to what's really going on out here. Y'all not paying attention to all these reality TV stars that are dying? Why y'all not talking about none of this? All these people from past reality shows who are sick, terminal illnesses. Why y'all not talking about none of this? Because that's not the narrative that y'all want to promote. Y'all still want to promote like this shit is cool and it's something cool to talk about. See, me over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, we gonna talk about the dark side of it. Because see, y'all like playing in people's face. See, we don't do that over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I don't get up here and create narratives to have people listening to me. I talk about what's really going on. You see? What's up, RS1? What's going on? So you're tuned in to the Spiritual Tax Series, episode 8. See, I wanted to give y'all some background information on this feminism stuff on the internet. Cause see, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Feminism is witchcraft. All right. You get mad at whoever you want to get mad at. Feminism is witchcraft. And we're going to talk about this today because that's the spirit behind these gender war conversations. It's feminism. That's what all of this stuff is about. Feminism. 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 It's witchcraft. And witchcraft is what? Of the devil. What is the number one quality of the devil? Some of y'all, let me see what y'all gonna say in the chat. What do y'all think is the number one trait of the devil? Put it in the chat. Shout out to everyone in chat. Any trolls in here, get them on up out of here. What is the number one trait of the devil? Number one trait. Bucket says lies. Third says deception. OG says deception. What up, Mel Saint? Mel Saint says lying. What up, the tribe? The tribe says deceit. Sin says greed. Now, all of those are correct. But the first one, the first one, the one to let everybody know who the devil is, it was pride. 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 This is the spirit of feminism. Female pride. See, I told you we going there today. I'm not playing with y'all. The devil was too proud. Pride. That's what the world is teaching women. To be proud because you a woman. So be proud of your sins and all your iniquities. Stand up and be proud. Be a proud hoe. Be proud, girl. That's the devil. That's the devil. Be proud. Yeah, we going there. I told you. Feminism. Female pride. Have pride just because you a woman. You ain't proud of nothing. You just proud because you a female. Huh? Sounds just like the devil, doesn't it? Proud. Girl, be proud. Be proud of being sinful. But men are the same way, DS1. I never said that we wasn't. See, listen, ladies. You don't want to be a man. I'm going to say it again. You don't want to be a man. There's a lot of shit that we have to face being men. You don't want to be us. So stop trying to act like it. Because, yeah, the men did it first. Yeah, we did. But who told y'all to copy us? See, men, we gotta answer to God for our own shit. Ladies, stop trying to be us. See, you know what a man would tell his daughter? He'll tell his daughter the dark side of himself. See that? We are supposed to tell our daughters the type of men not to be with. You know why? Because at one point, a lot of us was those men. You why you want to be like us? Why why you want to go through the same isms and schisms as us? Why you want to deal with that shit? You weren't designed to. You weren't designed to do no heavy lifting, but you choosing to take part in it. You know why? Because you choosing to listen to the devil. See, the devil is telling you you equal to a man. You see? And this is why y'all are reaping the results y'all are reaping. Because you're trying to prove something, right? That isn't real. And what you're trying to prove on the way of you trying to prove that, you're destroying yourself. You're destroying yourself. In the process, you're destroying yourself trying to prove something. Because of your pride. Because pride comes before what? The fall. Pride. That's what feminism is about. But if you notice, what came out of feminism? See, y'all don't really want to have a conversation. Because see, what came out of feminism and female pride came whole culture. Because it's the feminists who told women it's okay to be loose with your cooch. Yeah, let's talk. It's them women who told you to go spread your coochie all around the neighborhood and to be a proud hoe. That came from feminism. Huh? We not talking about no rap videos. We talk about the ideology, ma'am. Feminism birthed whole culture because it's the feminist who told you to be proud for sleeping around the way men do. See, that came from women. That didn't come from rap. That didn't come from hip hop. That came from your feminine sister, your sisters. See, they told you to go around and sleep with any man you want to sleep with and be proud and stand up on it. They taught you that. They taught you that. Just like those same feminist women told you that if you have sex with a man who doesn't sexually please you, you can say you never had sex with him. This all came out of feminism. This all came out of feminism. All that nasty, debaucherous thought shit came from feminism. Because what is the spirit of feminism? Pride. Pride is what compelled the devil to rebel against God. If we're going to talk today, we're going to talk. It was pride. 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 What Suki Hana said? I was eating his ass. Pride. I was eating a nigga ass. Pride. Look how proud y'all done got. Now I'm eating his ass. Pride. Pride leads to what? Rebellion. Rebellion leads to what? Destruction. Yeah, we're going to talk. Now y'all proud to be eating ass. Now y'all proud to be drunk. Now y'all proud to run around and sleep with the whole crew of niggas. Y'all proud now. Now y'all proud to do it. Y'all proud now. Rebellion. That's the next step from pride. So you've rebelled from womanhood. You rebel from being a woman. I ain't cooking for no nigga. All we use is paper plates. No dishes in the house. You ain't proud of your home no more. You ain't proud of that. You proud about your ass and titties. That's your pride. Your baby hairs. That's what you proud of. Proud. Feminism has taught women to be proud sexual deviants. Proud. So what if I had sex with him and his friend? That's what I wanted to do. That's the spirit of feminism. That's the spirit of feminism. Demonic. Because the devil was what first? Proud. Before he was deceptive. Before he was deceptive. Before he was manipulative. The first thing he was too prideful. See, a lot of people are too prideful to tell you the truth. They're too proudful to tell the truth. They too proudful to be held accountable. They too prideful to hold themselves responsible. Pride. Pride. And pride comes before what? The fall. Pride came before the devil fell out of goddamn heaven. Before he fell from grace, he was proud. We gonna talk today. Yeah. Yeah, I told y'all we gonna talk. Pride. You know what feminism taught you? Don't heal over your last relationship and learn from what you've done. Feminism tell you, go get another man and say that nigga wasn't good enough. That's what feminism taught you. Just go get another nigga. He wasn't it. I thought God sent me what I asked for, but obviously that wasn't it. So now you go get another nigga. Pride. 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 Never is going to examine self. See, that's what pride does. Pride make you believe ain't nothing wrong with you. Pride make you believe that somebody got to sit with you in your mess. Because a real man would know how to deal with me. Oh, really? Oh, really? See, when you hear stuff like that, that's pride, man. That's pride. Oh, well, I guess I'm just too much for you. No, you're unattractive. You're not too much. No, you're too bad. You're something I don't want to deal with. You see, they be trying to dress it up to make it sound cute. No, you're too prideful. How about that? Hey, Miss Tanja, how you doing? Shout out to JD in the building. What's up, JD? Peace, my brother. See, we don't want to talk about that. Because feminism, right, is the new religion. Why you think it's a bunch of masculine, right? Masculine women and effeminate men. This is how you know we in a feminist society. You got a bunch of emasculated men and masculinized women. This is how you know we are in a feminist society. And in a feminized society, we know who's in control. The devil. See how this goes? See how this works? You see how this works? What up, Mighty R? Salute, fam. Shout out to Mighty R. How you doing, Rosemary? Rosemary says, that's right. Women are not supposed to act like men. My husband is an army general. He did not allow women in his units. They could not carry the heavy backpacks weighing over 60 pounds. Well, some women could lift weights and all that type of stuff, Rosemary. But shout out to you. Shout out to you, Rosemary. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. You see? And we're going to get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into the first video. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. Let's get into this first video. Make sure y'all double tap y'all screens if y'all are here through the vertical feed. Double tap y'all screens if y'all are here through the vertical feed. Hit that like button, y'all. Share the show as well. Share the show. Share today's show. Let's get into it. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
Think they're the same movement.
I definitely think they're the same movement. Susanna Budapest was the first to get witchcraft laws overturned in the United States. She was leading spell casting rituals against Trump with all her witches that are on Facebook and TikTok. When Roe versus Wade was overturned a few years ago, the Satanic Temple and multiple Wicca and witchcraft covens who contested the changing of the laws because they said abortion is a ritual sacrament for them and should be protected under religious freedom laws. They're the ones who tell me witchcraft is a spiritual battle for feminism, for women's freedom, for revenge against the patriarchy.
The fastest growing religion among Gen Z women in America isn't Christianity and it isn't atheism, it's witchcraft. Do you think the rise of feminism and the rise of witchcraft is a coincidence, or do you think they're the same movement?
I definitely think they're the same movement. Susanna Budapest was the first to get witchcraft laws overturned in the United States. She was leading spell casting rituals against Trump with all her witches that are on Facebook and TikTok. When Roe versus Wade was overturned a few years ago, the Satanic Temple and multiple Wicca and witchcraft covens who contested the changing of the laws because they said abortion is a ritual sacrament for them and should be protected under religious freedom laws. They're the ones who tell me witchcraft is a spiritual battle for feminism, for women's freedom, for revenge against the patriarchy.
The fastest growing
We don't play no games over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. We don't play no games over here. So you want to keep talking all this feminism, this women empowerment and all that goofy stuff? You see where it come from? You see where it come from? You see what feminism was birthed out of? Your sisters is using witchcraft. Yeah. Witchcraft. The fastest growing religion amongst Gen Z is witchcraft. Why you think a lot of these Gen Z women are lesbians? Why you think most of these young girls today, they sleeping with each other? Witchcraft. Huh? So let's talk. See, when the conversation gets to this point, now nobody want to talk. Now it's it, but it ain't that serious. See, this is what we begin to hear when we get to this point. When we start cracking codes, now it's not that serious. Huh? Oh, now it ain't that serious. Ain't nobody say all that. Now ain't nobody say all that, right? When I get to breaking down your concepts, now it ain't, but we ain't doing all that. Now it goes there. Because you didn't know what you was representing. You didn't know what you was promoting. You didn't know what you was uplifting. Your ass was uplifting the devil. Thinking you uplifting your sisters. Thinking you helping women. We empowering women. No, you empowering the devil. That's what you doing, baby girl. You empowering the devil. Just like when you hear men, right, beat down spiritually, mentally, and physically, men, incels, when you hear them get on the internet and bomb on women all day, who the hell you think they're empowering? They ain't empowering no men. They empowering demons. The hell you think an incel is? An incel is a demon. He's a vessel for demonic spirits. An incel. They the ones that get on here and want to attack women all day. These are demons. These are demonic men. So what the hell you think the opposing side of an incel is? A feminist, a femcel, a femcel, a femcel. That's what a feminist is. You are a vessel for a demon. That's what you are. That's where you run around here. Don't get with these men. Stay away from these men. Yeah. So you can run around putting your face in other women's booties. A vessel for the devil. Don't get with no man. Run around and get drunk and put your face up in women. A demon. See how they telling you to be a demon? See how they telling you to be a demon? You know why y'all doing that? Because that's what y'all been watching on reality television for the past 25 years. Y'all been watching bisexual, trisexual, all types of sexual on TV. A lot of y'all women in y'all 30s, y'all been watching Love and Hip Hop since y'all was 15. Let's talk. You wondering why you can't find no man. You looking for that nigga on TV. You want your nigga to dress like them niggas on TV. He gotta have drip. Internet, reality television. Your ass, you 31, 32 years old. You've been watching Love and Hip Hop since you've been watching reality television since you was in middle school. Let's talk. Do y'all know Love and Hip Hop just ended? They just ended that shit. Go look back at the first season of Love and Hip Hop, what year it started. It is 2026. Do the math. And then subtract that time from your age now. That'll tell you how long you've been watching goddamn reality TV, woman. That'll tell you. And within all them years of you watching reality TV, how many relationships were you in? Hit the like button. Yeah. Let's talk. How many relationships was you in? Since you've been watching Love and Hip Hop. Since you've been watching The Real Housewives. How many relationships you been in? How many times you been proposed to? How many decent men you done been with since you've been watching reality TV? Huh? We ain't get to the bad niggas yet. I'm asking you about the good men. How many good men you been with? Since you been infatuated with Lala Anthony and Chrissy and Kimbella. Since you've been watching Nene Leakes. A lot of y'all been watching Nene on TV since y'all was 11, 12 years old. Now y'all grown ass women. You've been watching Nene Leakes since you was 13. Who taught you how to be a woman? Wasn't your mama. Because your mama was watching Nene Leakes with you. Wasn't your auntie, because she was watching it with you too. Who taught you how to be a woman? Huh? Who taught you to like them bag getting niggas? I like a nigga with some money. Who told you that? Who taught you that? Who gave you your expectations of men? Where you get that from? Is that why you made that poor choice and that boy you decided to break your virginity? You know, he was a love and hip hop type of nigga. Yeah. Right? That's how you pick your first man. You got that off TV. Yeah. TV. See, we don't really want to talk. We just want to call each other names so we could feel better about ourselves. We just want to disrespect each other. We don't really want to have a conversation. But these are the conversations that we need to be having with our youth. This is the conversation you need to be having with these girls. Sister. Why y'all not raising these young girls and teaching them what to look out for? No, you grooming them to bring them into the devil. That's what y'all doing to these little girls. That's what y'all doing to them. Y'all not telling them to avoid feminism. Y'all are promoting these little girls to be feminist. Do you wondering why they're manless? See, y'all not gonna do no content about the women who left the feminist movement. Y'all ain't gonna talk about that. Y'all not gonna talk about all them anti-feminist books that was written by white women who was advising white women a long time ago not to join the feminist movement, but y'all not gonna talk about that. Y'all gonna keep getting on here promoting narratives to young black women to destroy themselves. See, that feminist shit is an old white woman concept. Them white women ain't feminists no more. This is what y'all don't know. Black women, now I'm talking to y'all. This is what y'all don't know. Go read some more. Go read about what happened to the feminist movement. You know how many white women done wrote books against the feminist movement who were once feminists? You don't know that because you ain't never look at it. Because all you do is read things that will confirm your bias. So you don't even know that there's plenty of white women who were part of the feminist movement in the beginning and realized that that shit was demonic. They realized that that shit was to uproot the family unit. You know how many white women spoke out about this? You won't know because you won't look it up. But you can look it up. You can look it up. There's books, white women who were feminist, who left the feminist movement. Because guess how they got y'all? See, y'all don't even know how demonic this feminist shit is. Because guess who promoted abortion first? Feminists. That's who told y'all women, all women, that bearing children was something bad. That bearing children will slow down your life. All of that shit was created by feminism, which is powered by the devil. Because the devil hates what? What God loves. God loves what? Family. So what do the devil hate? Family. This is why the devil promoted abortion to y'all. And y'all heard what the woman said in the video. She said that feminist, Susanna Budapest, fought to keep abortion laws because they believed that abortion was a religious sacrament for feminists. This came, but y'all think men was promoting abortion because we ain't want to take care of kids. No, sorry. Abortion is human sacrifice. And that was promoted and upheld by the feminist movement. Oh, you don't believe me? You don't believe me? Here you go. Here you go.
Religion among Gen Z women in America isn't Christianity and it isn't atheism, it's witchcraft. Do you think the rise of feminism and the rise of witchcraft is a coincidence, or do you think they're the same movement?
I definitely think they're the same movement. Susanna Budapest was the first to get witchcraft laws overturned in the United States. She was leading spell casting rituals against Trump with all her witches that are on Facebook and TikTok. When Roe versus Wade was overturned a few years ago, the Satanic Temple and multiple Wicca and witchcraft covens who contested the changing of the laws because they said abortion is a ritual sacrament for them and should be protected under religious freedom laws. They're the ones who tell me witchcraft is a spiritual battle for feminism, for women's freedom, for revenge against the patriarchy.
The fastest growing religion among Gen Z women
Don't get mad at me. That woman just said that feminists told her that abortion should be their religious right as feminist. It's a religious sacrifice. So abortion, the spirit of abortion, was revenge, right? Against God allowing women to have children that they don't want. If this is not wicked, what is? So these women wanted to uphold abortion to kill the children of the men that they despise. So they'll go around, they want the legal right to go around and have sex and get pregnant by men and freely kill the children as a way to prove to the patriarchy that we're rebelling against y'all. If that's not demonic, what do you call it? They're killing children to get back at the patriarchy. Yeah, we not having kids. We not staying at home. We not being wives. We not being mothers. That's rebellion against God. You think that's rebellion against men? That's rebellion against God. That's why a lot of these women are miserable. Because they've been rebelling against God for so long, it's starting to affect them. They starting to feel that shit. Because we are in the last days. So thinking it's cute to rebel, you're going to feel it. 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 And that goes for everyone. You see that? This is what we finding out about feminism. Feminism was created to destroy the family unit. It was designed by the devil to destroy the family. Because the devil knew from the time in the garden who he can convince to destroy the family. This is why you got all these witches saying that they don't believe in the Bible and the Bible is fake. Because they don't want to deal with stuff like this. But they could talk about men all day. They'll talk about men all day. They love talking about what Adam didn't do and how Adam disobeyed God and how Adam is not in alignment. But they don't never want to talk about Eve. They don't never want to talk about themselves. Why y'all think I played that Kanye West song at the beginning of the show? I love the devil. A devil in a new dress. Yeah. You're going to put that red lipstick on, ain't you? Huh? You going to put that red lipstick on? Huh? We don't want to have these conversations, do we? Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my comrade in the building. Salute to my brother, the Book of Ronan, man. Salute, my brother. Good to see you, Brody. He says, what you said, bro? Bro said, well, look at here. Oh, yeah. We don't want to have this conversation. But you're tuned into the Spiritual Tax series. Because you got to pay a toll. There's a toll that you got to pay. There's a spiritual tax. When you partake in things like this, you know, in the isms and the schisms of the world, there's a spiritual tax you have to pay. You see? And shout out to everybody in the chat trying to throw me off. Shout out to y'all. Let's get into the next video. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Let's get into it.
Was to attack the very idea of a godly wife and a godly mother. In fact, feminism is the most anti-female movement because it tells you and I, in order to be valuable in society, we have to do everything that a man does. Being a wife, being a mother, it's not good enough. That's not a valuable aspect of society. It's the most anti-female movement. And this is why you must understand. I tell people, you cannot be a Christian feminist. You should be pro-female. We love women. But to be a Christian feminist doesn't make sense. Why? Because feminism was first and foremost an attack on the word of God. Feminism was an attack on how God created us in his word. The goal of feminism was to attack the very idea of a godly wife and a godly mother. In fact, feminism is the most anti-female movement because it tells you and I, in order to be valuable in society, we have to do everything that a man does. Being a wife, being a mother, it's not good enough. That's not a valuable aspect of society. It's the most anti-female movement. And this is why you must understand. I tell people, you cannot be a Christian feminist. You should be pro-female. We love women. But to be a Christian feminist doesn't make sense. Why? Because feminism was first and foremost an attack on the word of God.
It was first an attack on what? Feminism first was an attack on this. On this, ladies and gentlemen. This. See, you can't deal with, if pride is your resource in life, this will always conflict with your pride. This will always conflict with your worldly isms and schisms. The word of God will always conflict with your worldly perspective. It will never align. It will never align. Your sisters, y'all don't align with this. Okay? You and your coven. See, feminism taught y'all and is teaching Gen Z women, the generation alphas. Feminism is telling them, don't have children. Go out in the world. You here to get what you want, girl. You here to get what your heart desire. Listen to it. Listen to it. Girl, you here to get what you girl, you here to get what your heart desire. Who deals with your desires? Huh? Who promises you the things you desire in life? Who deals with your desires? Is that why we're seeing a rise of trafficking and the rise of prostitution amongst our young women? Because of this feminist ideology? See, all that stuff that you heard growing up came from feminism. Get what you can out that nigga. Get that nigga for all he got. That came from feminism. You know, your aunties and all that, they grew up during the feminist movement. They grew up listening to Queen Latifah, a big ass bull dagger. U-N-I-T-Y. Who you calling that? Feminism. Where you think you got it from? Where you think you got it from? See? That's where it came from, OG. A big ass bull dagger. Feminism. Susanna Budapest. Big ass bull dagger. Telling you to hate men. Telling you to rebel against men. See this? Right. Exactly. We not reading no trolls. Look, and you see what people like to do, right? People don't like to address the conversation we having. Now they want to have a religious conversation because they want me, right, to make them feel good about worshiping the devil. See, I'm not here for that. If you feel good about worshiping the devil, that's what you do. Do that, bro. I don't have a heaven or a hell to put nobody in. Stop coming in my chat room trying to have a debate. Go to Side Nigga TV. If you Side Nigga TV, if you want to have a debate about the Bible and the metal netta and how it started in Egypt and all that dumbass shit, go to Side Nigga TV. Get out my chat room with that shit. Take that shit to Side Nigga TV. Get out my chat room with that shit. I don't care if you believe in the ancestors and have you ever heard of Amen Ra? You know, get your dumb ass out my chat room. The Ethiopian Bible. Nigga, get out of here. Okay? Niggas go listen to 607 Unc and think they smart. Yo, you know we live in this is a simulation. So sin is not real because this is a simulation. You dumbass niggas. Relax, DS1. You people, right? Stop listening to these people on the internet telling you about aliens. I've been on this internet for a long time. I know all the lies. I know all the narratives. I know all the narratives. Talking about aliens and the Anunnaki. I was on that in 2007. Okay? I was the Anunnaki, the ice wall, and we was on that in 2007. Okay? Malachi York. Okay? Malachi York. All right. We've been on that type of time. Planet Ritz, the green people, and we been the reptilians. Get out my chat room with that shit. Because you ain't coming in here dropping no knowledge. Okay? I done heard it all this stuff in Black YouTube. Because I was around at the beginning before it came on YouTube. I was outside. So don't come in here with that. Look what OG said. OG said he been on that type of time since 95. So the OG know I'm not capping. We done been around for all that. Don't come in here with that. Talking about the metal netta and the ancestors. Shut up. Shut up. If you do some more research, you'll find out that you're worshiping demons. Yeah. Yeah, if you do some more research. Just like if you did a little research about feminism, right? You'll find out that was created by witches and warlocks. And we know who witches and warlocks believe in: Satan. See? You want to do a little research on the patriarchy? Do a little research on feminism. You'll find out that shit is rooted in witchcraft. The heads of feminism were witches who fought to keep abortion on the books. Did you know that, ma'am? Did you know that about your sisters and your cousins? But you claim you love kids. How you love children, but you believe in feminism? When feminism believes in the sacrifices of children to uproot the patriarchy. They believe in killing your children to get back at men. I'm going to get back at my man by killing his son. That's feminism. That's the spirit of feminism. Kill his baby to show him how much I don't care about him and I don't have to listen to him. I don't have to listen to God. I don't have to let that man lead me. I don't have to listen to God because I could just listen to the devil and kill his baby because that ain't my baby because I didn't want it. I'll just go kill it. That's a demonic spirit. See, y'all think this shit is a joke. No, these people who are on this internet promote, these people are wicked, evil, bitter people. This is what y'all don't realize. They're evil, bitter people. And their bitterness, listen. See, y'all don't understand. Y'all really don't understand spiritual stuff. See, I speak the way I speak because this shit is all in my family. These spirits. This shit has been all around me my whole life. It's in me to speak against this type of stuff and to speak up about it. Do you know bitterness could turn you into a murderer? I don't think you just heard what I said. Do you know bitterness could turn you into a murderer? Do you know you could become so bitter that you will kill somebody or even kill yourself? This is the spirit of the devil. This is the spirit of Satan. That's a demon, bitterness. But you think it's cool to be a feminist. You're a witch. How you doing, Sierra? You're a witch. That's what the feminists are. That's what the feminist movement is about. Just like I said years ago that the manosphere is full of what? Warlocks. I've been said it. I've been said that these niggas are warlocks and demons. That they was misguiding and misdirecting men. I've been called these niggas out and told them how evil they was. I was the only nigga calling Kevin Samuels evil. And guess what nigga said to me? Oh, you bugging. See, this is not a male channel. No, I speak to men for the most part. But this ain't no channel where we just act like men do everything right. This ain't one of those channels. And the men who support this channel know that. The men know that. See, the men that you see rocking with me is men that do not have a problem speaking the way that I speak and having these types of conversations. That's why you see men over here. See, the men that listen to me are men who are like me. We ain't running around here acting like we perfect. We letting everybody know we got a lot of work to do. But we recognize that we got work to do, and we working on it. We ain't running around here pretending to be something we're not. We're not doing that over here. Because guess what? That's not of God. Come as you are. God told me to come as I am. So I ain't gonna come in here as some frontin' ass nigga, like I got it all together. I'm not doing that. No. You see? Because I'd rather admit to being a sinner than to pretend like I'm godly. You see? And guess what I learned? That's biblical in itself. This is why God say he don't want lukewarm people. He don't want lukewarm people. He don't want people playing and acting like they're this way. No, admit that you're not. Because that's why we need the word of God. Men, you see that? That's why we need it. God don't deal with your desires. He give you what you need. Because your desires is based on the world. That's where your desires is created from. It's created from your environment and what you see going on in it. That's how you develop a desire for things. God deals with what you need. Because your wants is based on you living a physical experience. That's part of you being a human. And God actually wants us to move away from that part of ourselves. So why would he feed it? That's how you know people be lying on God and twisting up the word. And that's witchcraft. That's witchcraft. You see that? Feminism. Feminism. Let me play this video one more time before we get up out of here. Play this video one more time.
God created us in his word. The goal of feminism was to attack the very idea of a godly wife and a godly mother. In fact, feminism is the most anti-female movement because it tells you and I, in order to be valuable in society, we have to do everything that a man does. Being a wife, being a mother, it's not good enough. That's not a valuable aspect of society. It's the most anti-female movement. And this is why.
Now, let me break this down before we get out of here. Shout out to that young lady and her husband. They're both in ministry, right? I follow their pages. But notice what she said. Feminism tells you to be anti-female. You know the same things that you women complain about? How you got to take care of everything. You got to worry about everything. But who put that on y'all? The feminists. The feminists told y'all to be strong black women. Feminism taught you that. Feminism taught you to take on all the responsibility and break yourself down as a woman. Feminism did. See, that's the devil. That's the devil. Because those feminists came out and said that being a mother wasn't enough. See, you being a mother, it's not good enough. How God created you and what he created you for is not good enough. You know who convinces people of that? The devil. Just like the devil convinces men that one woman isn't good enough. One wife isn't good enough. Having sex with one woman isn't good enough. You a man. You're supposed to have thousands of women before you get a wife. That's what the devil taught us. Having sexual discipline ain't cool. You lame. You only want to have sex with one woman. Oh, you must only get one woman. The devil. The devil. The devil. So what you think the feminists told y'all? Taking care of your house ain't enough. Doing what God told you ain't enough. That's what we don't realize behind this stuff. This is why this is the spiritual tax series. You see? Being a mother ain't enough. Being a wife ain't enough. Go be what the world wants you to be. The devil. That's enough. That's more than enough. And even after all your feminism, your feministic talking points and all of that, who could check me, Papu? After all that bullshit, right? It's still a man's fault. See what the devil do to you? Drag y'all up, down, and take you through there. The devil will take you through there. Take you through there, take you through there. Take you through there, take you through there. Take you through there, take you through there. The devil will take your ass through there. And then what the feminists taught you, you still blame it on men. Take you through there, take you through there. You've been living your life as a feminism for the past 20 years. And guess what? All that shit did was take you through there, take you through there. Take you through there, take you through there. Now you're still on the internet complaining about men. After you done did what the feminists taught you. After you done listened to all of Queen Latifah. Because that's what the devil do to you. He'll take you on a roller coaster ride and drop you right off and then laugh at you. Because the devil is a trickster. So after you're done playing the feminist game and riding the feminist roller coasters and playing in Femiland, after you're done playing in Femiland, the devil drop your ass right back off to your misery and let you look at yourself. Take you through there, take you through there. That's my shit too. Take you right through there. And then drop you off on your head. And leave you there to figure it out. And then the devil come back to you. Hey, don't forget, it's all a man's fault. AKA, you could just blame God. See how wicked the devil is? God, why you even make it this way? It's not working for me. That's the devil for you, man. That's the devil for you, bro. What up, OG Sonny? Shout out to Sonny B in the building. Appreciate you, man. That's how it be, man. That's how it be. That's how it be, man. It's just how it be. Shout out to my man Bucket. Appreciate you, Brody. Shout out to my man Bucket for the super chat. He says, appreciate the message, DS1. Salute. Shout out to my brother Bucket 88 in the building, day one supporter. Appreciate that, bro. But before we get up out of here, right? Before we get up out of here, let's pull up some scriptures. Let's go ahead and do it. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Let's just pull it up. Let's just pull it up. Thank you, Miss Angie. Let's just pull it up. Look what I typed in. Bible verses about men versus women. Genesis 1:27. Both men and women are created in God's image. Okay. Let's continue. Galatians 3:28. In Christ, there is neither male nor female. All are one in him. But you women get on the internet and make it seem like God somehow loves men more than women. Somehow women get the bad end of the stick. Y'all getting all of this, all of your talking points from witches, feminist, witches, demons, right? Who have vessels, who were summoned by the devil to uproot God's order. You get it now? That's the purpose of a feminist. To get you as a woman to uproot God's order. Didn't the devil do that in the garden? Oh. Oh, we starting to see some patterns, huh? We starting to see some patterns, huh? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Ephesians 5:22 and 23 highlights the roles of husbands and wives, emphasizing love and respect. Proverbs 31:10-31 celebrates the virtues of a capable woman, showcasing her strength and wisdom. Why would you go be a feminist, woman? Why would you go be a feminist? God highlights your strength and your wisdoms right in here. It's in here. It's right here. It's in here. Your strengths as a woman, your importance as a woman. You want to know some strong black women who know about this? Her name is Shahrazad Ali. Yeah, Shahrazad Ali. You know, she wrote her book based off what she know that's in that Bible. How you supposed to submit to your husband? How you supposed to submit to your man? See, so when y'all get mad at Shahrazad and you young women telling her, oh, we ain't on that, Shahrazad get it from here. This came before Islam. I'm sorry. This before the Quran. Shalom, Ak. Shout out to my brother Freezy in the building. This before the Quran. You want to get mad at me? Look it up. This predates the Quran. Do you know when you go, if you're like the Nation of Islam, like Shahrazad Ali, my family is Nation of Islam. My uncles is FOI. I told y'all that a long time ago. When you go to the temple, them brothers read out of here. Them brothers quote scripture. Nation of Islam. They read up out of here. Yeah, they believe in this. Don't say you're a Muslim. Don't say you're 5% if you don't believe in this. Because the Nation of Islam believes in this. They never said the Bible was fake. If you really part of the Nation of Islam, tell them again, OG Sonny. Tell them again. Torah, Bible, Quran. You're a Muslim, right? You Nation of Islam, right? You can't speak against this. You know who told them Muslim women to cover their head? Head covering started in here. Head covering started in here. In here. Right here. That's where it started at. Mm-mm. See? Don't get mad at me. You want to know where your power lies, a woman? Read the Bible. You want to know if you have purpose being a woman, being a mother? Stop listening to the world. It's in the book. And you same feminist women love getting up here talking about worldly men. If you're a feminist, you're a worldly woman. If you up here upholding feminism, you're a worldly woman. You're actually a witch. You're a witch. That's what you are. Come on, man. See this? See, look. See this? This is called a person who's guilty. See this? This is why conversations like this are not consistently had. Because look at this. You're saying like you don't sin. When I ever said that? When did I ever say that? When did I ever allude to not being a sinner? See, this is a person, this is called the guilty conscience. This is a person who don't want to sit with their own sins. This is why people don't like to have these conversations. Because it start opening up. It start opening them up. That's what these conversations do. It gets you to examine self. It has nothing to do with me. Yes, zero comprehension. Zero. Zero. Zero comprehension. Because they're choosing not to understand, OG. Because people still want to walk around and live their life being fake instead of just being real. God likes authenticity. You either hot or cold. You're not warm. You are or you're not. There's no in between. This is what people don't like to hear. See, I've been accepted where I'm at with it. That's why you don't hear me trying to make myself seem like I'm anything. I said what I said. I don't make myself out to be anything else than who I am. That's a flawed man. A man that has a lot of work to do spiritually. I accept that. I don't walk around and pretend I'm this type of person because I don't want to accept what I've done. See, you got some people who don't want to accept that they're sinners. It's hard for them to look at themselves and to know that. But you can't rectify what you don't identify. You can't rectify sin in your life if you continue to ignore it like you ain't going to identify it. You ain't going to identify your lasciviousness. You're not going to identify your unforgiveness. You're not going to identify your bitterness. You're not going to identify it. So how you going to rectify it? You don't even want to acknowledge that it's there. And that's the spirit. That is the spirit of pride. Look how everything comes in. Look how everything come together. That's the spirit of pride. You so damn prideful that you are intentionally ignoring what's right there. Because to acknowledge that thing is to say that something's wrong. You see? That's why people get mad. Oh, you talking like you never sinned. That sounds like a guilty conscience. So would you want me to get up here and just hurl out all my sins so you could feel good about the shit you do? Don't play with me. You're not dealing with no little kid. Don't play with me. You want me to hurl out all my stuff so you could feel good about hiding your shit. Because if I get to hurling out my sins, guess what you're going to do? That's right. That's right. At least you man enough to admit it while you sit there and still hold your sins in. See, I'm not stupid. Who y'all think y'all playing with? Because I'm an open book. You want to make it seem like it's something wrong with that. No, that's what God told you to be. Don't walk around here and act like you don't do what you do. Don't walk around here pretending, because that's what the devil does. The devil like to shape shift into what people want. It's called shape shifting. You know who do that? Demons. Portray themselves to be something they're not. All for control and dominance. That's the devil. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I know the game. I know what y'all talking about. So you don't got to acknowledge what you've done. So it make you feel better to hear somebody else talk about all the stuff they've done and what they've not proud of. So that tells your proud ass to keep your mouth shut even more. Damn, you did all of that? I ain't done half of that. How we know? You probably did 30 times more, but you're going to keep it to yourself. Just like a lot of these Christian feminists. That's called living a double life. You can't be a Christian and a feminist. See? It's an oxymoron. Spiritual Tax Series, episode 8. Feminism is witchcraft. Feminism is witchcraft, and witchcraft is what? Of the devil. So don't tell me you a goddamn feminist and you love your people. No, you don't. Because guess who a part of your people you love? Men, boys. We just found out today that Susanna Budapest of the feminist movement fought to keep abortion legal because according to the witches of feminism, they considered abortion as a religious sacrament. They are sacrifice. So now we know that abortion is what? We could do a whole show on that. Now we know that abortion is what? Abortion is what? Child sacrifice. This came right out your feminist mouth. Susanna Budapest. Abortion is child sacrifice. What demon do people sacrifice children to? See, y'all think this is a game. His name's Molech. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you trolling, Blaze. I know you trolling. I know you trolling. Isn't that the god of child sacrifice? Molech? Correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Freezy, if you still listening, bro, correct me if I'm wrong, bro. The god of child sacrifice, his name is Molech. The woman, Susanna Budapest, a witch, that's part of the feminist movement, and witches with her fought to keep abortion legal because they used abortion as a religious sacrifice to their god, which is Molech. Oh, but you still want to be a feminist. Oh, but you love God. You know the word. You love the word. But you're a feminist. And the god of the feminist is Molech. Child sacrifice. Did you know that? It ain't that serious. I know it ain't that serious to you, you witch. It ain't that serious because it ain't that hard for you to sacrifice a child, you witch. That's why it ain't that serious to you, because you's a witch. You're a witch. It's y'all. Doe 525 says not explaining a KKK leader helped with the abortion pill. What's his name? Doe 525. We could look that up right now. Absolutely, Miss L'Oreal. Bloodshed. Child sacrifice. Child sacrifice. Feminism. Feminism is witchcraft. It's witchcraft. This whole gender war stuff was led and promoted by witches and warlocks. Witches and warlocks. See, some just came to my mind, and I'm not even gonna say it. Man. I better be careful being in these other countries, man. I'm just letting y'all, that's all I'm gonna say. Especially, do y'all know? I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Do y'all know that a lot of these groups that y'all aligning yourselves with is the open door for y'all to start literally worshiping the devil? See, yeah. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna pray for my brothers that's out of the country. Of course, I'm gonna pray for my brothers that's here in America, but my brothers that's out the country, man. My brothers, be careful, man. Stay prayed up. Because y'all don't know, man. A lot of y'all, man, are in areas. Man, y'all are in. Bro. Hey, Shonda. Shout out to Miss Shonda in the building. Great to see you. Shonda says DR, Colombia, parts of Mexico, all practice different versions of the. Thank you, Shonda. Thank you. I didn't want to say this. I didn't want to say it. Because I could literally do a whole nother show on it. Thank you, Shonda. Great to see you. They don't even know where they live at. The energy that's controlling that whole area is a demon. It's a demon. If you live on an island, 9 times out of 10, your island is consumed and controlled by demons. See, I think I might have to talk about this, man. This might have to be episode 9. I see a lot of brothers. Bro. Yeah, we're going to do another show about this, man. Y'all stay tuned. Doe says Margaret Sanger, she was cool with the KKK. Probably I'm wrong, though. All you got to do is look it up, Doe. But shout out to y'all, man. We will be back with episode 9. We'll be back with episode 9. Shout out to the OG, Daryl in the building, the residential OG. We got 2 residential OGs, man. Shout out to the OG Daryl and shout out to the OG Elisino, man. As you should. As you should. We're going to get into it, man. Y'all stay tuned for episode 9. We're not finished. We're not finished with this series. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. If you're new here, if you're just joining the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop some new content right over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. If you enjoyed the content today, man, before you get up out of here, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. If you didn't enjoy it, before you get up out of here, hit that dislike button. If you're here through the vertical feed, tap your screen twice. Tap your screen twice to hit the thumbs up. Share the show on the way out. If you would like to financially support the show, you can easily hit the super chat or the donation links is scrolling across your screen. The donation links is scrolling across your screen. We do not do Cash App over here, only PayPal and Venmo. All right. Shout out to everyone who has financially supported. If you have, it is very much appreciated. Thank y'all so much. Salute to everyone for coming through today, because that's the most important thing, that you guys are here. Great to see y'all. Great to see y'all. Of course, we're back. Like I said, I'm not back officially where I'm going to be here every day, but we back creating content, man. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all set y'all bell notifications so y'all know when we coming with episode 9. But y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned, because most likely it'll probably be this weekend that we get into episodes 9 and 10. So we'll probably close this series out this weekend, y'all. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all get y'all subscriptions. Also grab your membership, man. Shout out to everyone who's a member. Grab y'all memberships, man, because the membership only content is coming. I did not forget about the docuseries, y'all. Trust and believe, y'all. It's coming, man. So thank y'all so much. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Shout out to my lovely lady mods, all of my top lovely lady mods for coming through this afternoon. I appreciate y'all time, ladies. Thank y'all so much for always coming through and holding a brother down. Thank y'all. Shout out to all the bros for coming through, all the new supporters. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.